Okay, bro, here we go. You gotta do this right so you don't hurt yourself. We got your rope. Pretend it's over a limb. We're gonna tie in. I'm gonna throw my harness on. Instead of a buckle, I got a clip. So I'm gonna clip on. Got the same leg straps, clip in. Clip in. Now I'm good. Good. This is your bridge right here. This is like your lifeline link. That's what I'm going to call it. It's going to be your lifeline link. That links your lifeline to your harness, to your bridge. You always inspect your bridge. Mine's a piece of rope that I tied on here. I use double fisherman knots on either end. And I leave a little tail. I probably should tape this. You can see some fraying. It's usually a bad thing. Whatever. I'm not worried about it. Looks good. Right now it looks good. Probably needs to be replaced. Whatever. Okay. My system. This is my system. I forget the name of this pressing cord, but it's a high heat pressing cord. You still don't want to burn out of the tree. You want to lower yourself softly so that you're not burning your pressing cord. And you can see right here, this black stuff, that's because I was going out a little too fast. It'll be fine. You can burn out a little bit, but just be careful. Don't go down too fast. This is the pulley I use. I use this pulley because it keeps my system in line with myself, so everything's neat. Also, this pulley is what I use to tin the rope, so I don't have to use two hands. So I'm going to set this up. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set this pulley and prusik cord aside, and I'm going to tie on my carabiner. Okay, this is the first thing I tie on because I'm always in the habit of this, because when I'm up in the tree, I want to be able to clip my rope off so I don't drop it. This is the first thing I always tie on. I clip this anywhere on my bridge. It doesn't matter. I'm going to come back to that later, but it's on. The way I tie this on, you need to half hitch this. This isn't good enough. Always back it up with a half hitch. Right now I'm not. Tie it. Make sure it's tight. We'll get to that in a second, but here it's tied off. We're good. Okay, now I'm going to tie my system on. This is some variation of a Valdeman tussle. I don't know if I said that right, so whatever. Okay, this goes on the rope. Okay, facing towards me. The knuckles facing towards me. I use the bottom hole. I clip it in. I got the prusik on one side already. Again, double fisherman's knot. I love that knot when I'm tying in things that don't need to be untied. It's a great knot. Okay, I go around until my prusik cord is just long enough to fit on this. The length of this prusik cord, I'll measure it and give you the right measurement, but right now that's what's important, is that this thing is wrapped around enough to where the friction from, sorry, let me re-say that. Your weight, the friction will stop the rope with your weight. Kind of sound a little goofy, whatever. I bring this, it's a habit of mine, I bring the carabiner all the way around because I like to unclip it quick. Because sometimes I like to change positions. So if I need to throw my system around a crotch or something like that, I don't like to have to untangle it. This way it's fast. I can take it off my system quick. Okay. The working end goes in line. So my whole system is in line. That's it. And then, now I clip it on that link. For you, it's a pulley. Clip it on that link. That's my system. That's it. That's how I work. This is how I tend it. Now I'm going to correct everything. I'm going to push up on this and I'm going to tend this knot so that it looks good, and I'm going to test it. I'm going to keep tending it and testing it, and I'm going to check my other knot and make sure it's tight, and I'm going to make sure everything looks good and it's in line, and that's the way it should look. And then I'm going to test it and make sure it stops me. If not, I need to do another wrap, make sure that friction's tight enough. So I pulled down on that, and that's down. I always keep my hand like this, and I'll pull up, and then I'll make sure that my hand's under here and push up to lock that knot back off. It's very important. Again, just a little bit of pressure will bring it down. Make sure it stops. You can bounce. It's okay. And then, of course, there we go. That's your system. The reason that I like to use a bridge is because I like the mobility. This right here. I can go sideways and work on stuff. I can move to both sides. It works really well to get to things. Branches, cuts, whatever. Anyways, there we go. I hope that helps. I'll do another video. Oh, also, your lanyard. I like to use the same system that I use on my lanyard as I do on my climb line. The only difference is this pulley. I'll go over that real quick. This lanyard, I use this system. This is the micro pulley. If you don't use this triple piece, throw a micro pulley on there. It makes it easy. It makes it easy to tend. You tend with one hand. You can't always use two hands to tend. If you don't have a micro pulley there to push your prusik knot forward, then you have to manually do it. So, again, I like to have, for my lanyard, a secondary system. And there's a lot of times where I'll take this off and I'll use it around another crotch to lower myself back out. So I think it's the most useful lanyard, and I use it for everything. Big removals, it's nice to have a steel core. It's just a little safer, and you don't need that mobility because you're just spurred into a big trunk. But you know, for pruning and, you know, big sprawled out trees, it's really nice to have a second system. So remember that. Alright, man. Let me know if you need another video. Later.